once and I'll tell you twice. The way I feel, here's my advice. I told you once and I'll tell you twice.
Hi there, this is episode 14 of Shakedown. Glad that you could be with us. Now, apologies for being absent for the past few weeks or so. I've had so much work to do and I've wanted to do this in the best way possible that I actually had time to get things done. But I digress, I am here now. So, in this episode, we are going to talk about common courtesy, friendships in 2018, LeBron James and Summer. So the first topic that we're going to talk about is common courtesy. Now, we don't seem to have a lot of common courtesy when we're out in public. We have mannerisms out there when we're indoors, with our own families and whatnot. But when we go out in society, it's a little bit of a problem. These days, we don't tend to offer seats to the most needy. We don't tend to help someone, um, with directions because we have that fear that somebody could actually do something to us. Um, we have people going into personal space and everything. Even on public transport, it's one of those things really that you're sharing a journey with people that you don't know, and anything can actually happen these days. It's not straightforward where you can just go on a bus, train, whatever, towards your destination, and it'll be all right. Naturally, there's always something that could happen. It could be someone not paying the correct change for the bus ticket. It could be that a fight can break out just like that, looking at somebody for nothing, and then there's a problem brewing, things like that. But in this instance, I want to talk about the incident between the traffic warden and the ambulance uh, crew that was fighting. Well, it wasn't really a fight. It was more or less a disagreement, so shall we say, involving the traffic warden to send a parking ticket to the ambulance crew. Now, the video actually went viral, so much so that even the news has actually caught wind on it. And basically, the ambulance was parked on a shop in a retail park, and it probably was on a double yellow line. Now, the traffic warden was there and actually gave him the ticket, and the ambulance crew went to plead about um, why would they want to give him a parking ticket. Now, there was a gentleman that was filming, and they were in defense of the ambulance crew because they were on call and they needed to get something to eat real quick before they actually go back out and to the next call. Now, could the ambulance be parked somewhere else? Probably. Um, but in this instance, I don't see that much of a problem. There's certain places that even an ambulance can't even park because it's not probably big enough for bays. They can't park in um, disabled bays either. So it's one of those sort of things, really. And what I kind of got riled up with is that the fact that uh, there's been problems towards ambulance crew for a while now, and now I've been seeing that there's been letters posted on the windscreen of the ambulances telling them to get out of the way. I don't care if you are saving somebody's life. Please move your car out of the way or ambulance out of the way. And I just don't think it's just a good thing to do, to be honest. Especially with the NHS as it is, they're working as hard as they can to provide a service which we all know and love and everything. Stopping them or making incidents like these doesn't help anybody, not towards patients, not towards the NHS staff. And I think that really, really, really winds me up when something like this happens. Was the traffic warden right to do so? in instances doing his job, but at the same time, you're gonna have to look at it and actually have to think about the ideal situation about it and everything. But who's wrong or right, please let me know. I'm just giving my opinion on it, but we just don't have that common courtesy on anymore to talk things out and everything. We just do things, and even if it does rile people up and everything else, we don't try to solve it and talk to people um, to come up with a resolution, so to speak. But we just don't tend to do this anything anymore, and I just wanted to get people thinking about the way that we speak to others, the way that we treat other people. We should be treating people as one people, not because of race or sexual orientation, anything else like that. We're all people at the end of the day, and I think we should actually treat people as best as we can. So the next topic that we're going to talk about is friendships in 2018. Now, we are all busy people these days, and we don't do enough to celebrate life with the loved ones. We see more of our own colleagues than I do when we do of our friends and family. And the only time that people tend to act is if something was to happen to them. And I just think it's just really, really wrong. We need to start doing things in the right way um, in terms of friendships, where we need to maintain our friendships as best as we can. We need to, it doesn't hurt to just go and visit them for an hour or so. Go to coffees and, you know, catch up. Even if it was just for an hour, go and see them. I know that life is going on. Life does go on, and I know that our work it's important and everything else. And I know that being around family is important and everything, but it's just important as being friends. I don't really deal with um, acquaintances so much. It's never good for me. I'm not popular, it has to be said, but I do have a handful of friends which I can count on, which is fine, and I can deal with that. But I just think that we need to um, try and be friendly with people, maintain our relationships with people, maintain our friendships with people as best as we can. Because if we allow ourselves to keep on to work and everything else, um, then we're not going to live as people. We only have one life, just one. So we should just make the best of it and just do what we can to be there for our friends. You know, but I think we prioritize ourselves way too often. Even as us men, we do that so much times. You never have got to where you are without the support of your loved ones, and I think that needs to be addressed. So just maintain friends. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. So it is summer. It's probably my best time of the year, to be honest. And to be honest, it's been a great, great summer. England doing well in the World Cup. We got the best weather conditions. That's wow. Even I can't even believe it. It's crazy. Um, and I do think that someone does provide the best memories of life, to be honest. Even as a kid, I can remember being outside, playing outside until the cows came home, going to summer schools, uh, doing unexpected trips. Well, I want to know if you're a parent out there and there's summer, what do you do? How do you get about looking after your own children? Do you try to do something with them, or do you try to, take as much time as you can off work to be around them and do what you can? What do you guys do? I have no children at the moment, but it'd be interesting to gather your thoughts on what you guys think of summer. But summer was the best time for me. Um, it, it provides unpredictable moments, unforgettable moments. Um, and I just think that it's been a great summer this summer in 2018. We might not have this sort of thing next year, because many of us are probably thinking about, oh, the rain is going to come back again. We're not going to have these heat wave coming again, and everyone's just going to jump on a plane or whatever to go on holiday. So it's one of those things. But I think all need to enjoy it, enjoy the nice heat wave and everything. I said that in the last podcast, but just enjoying it. So it's been great summer. But I want to know from you guys, if you're parents out there, um, how do you guys get to enjoy it? Do you get much time off? Do you like them or do you dread them? So please let me know what you guys think. But summer's a good time. Yeah. So we come to the end of the podcast. But before I go, I got one more topic to go through, and I'm going to award my Extraordinary Person of the Week award, and it goes to LeBron James. Now, recently, you probably heard in the media that he has opened up his I Promise school, which is situated in his hometown in Cleveland. And I was in awe of what he's been able to do. I've seen pictures and what he was able to provide, just giving back and everything else. And I thought that was a really cool thing to do, to be honest. I said before that there's no heroes left in sports, or there's not many people that look up to certain heroes as you grow up and everything else these days. But I'm glad that there's a few, and he stands for that. LeBron James, yeah, he did have a bit of criticism from Donald Trump. Doesn't help. Not that we're going to go on about Donald Trump, but I digress. I'm not really going to go there, but because you probably heard of it, but I just don't like how he came across about it. This is one thing to be saluted on. LeBron James has done something that's really incredible. It's something that I would like to do if I was in his shoes. I'd like to, at some point, I would like to open up summer schools or after school clubs. I would like to give back, to the community in which I was raised in. I would like to be able to do certain things um, for the benefit of people. It's one good thing to actually work hard and be successful and everything else. But if you can't provide something to say, look, thank you for making me the man that I am today, or the woman I am today, in some cases, then we're fate of society, you know, and I think it's one to be saluted for, and I hope that this school will provide many people to come through the ranks of whatever they want to do in life. We need more lawyers, we need more teachers, we need more people going up into space. We need more people who can make a big difference to this world. Um, Even long after I'm gone, long after my generation is gone, we're looking at these people like the leaders of tomorrow. And I have been to schools. I've done some uh, teacher assistant work. I've done a little bit of that. Got experience of of going to schools and speaking to kids, and many of them feel uninspired doing what just going to school and everything. They feel uninspired about what they would like to do for the rest of their lives. So it's very important that we do need people to actually say to them and say, look, you don't have to go through this way, but I can give you some advice and the tools that you need, but you're going to have to prepare to work hard to get there. Because people just look for handouts and everything. You know, we should be working hard towards things, but on the guidance of what you can offer as a mentor and as a philanthropist. So that's the sort of thing I would like to do. I don't know what you guys would do if you was in LeBron James' shoes. You probably just like to just live out that kind of lifestyle. But for me, if I was a rich, successful guy and everything, yes, there is one element of that, but there's giving back as well. So that's what I would be doing. Anyways, people, we come to the end of this podcast for this episode. I'll be back with episode 15 at some point soon. Um, let me know what you guys think about this podcast. Give me some suggestions, tips. It will be greatly appreciated. If you haven't already, subscribe, like this video. Get at me on my social media. You can find me Theo Samuels on Facebook, Snapchat tswoosh11, Instagram Theo Samuels 11, and at Theo underscore Samuels. That's on Twitter. So you can get at me in various bunch of ways. Let me know, guys, know what you guys think of this video, and all the other videos that I produce for Shakedown. And I will catch you guys soon. Peace out, people.